Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now before this video starts, I've added in this little section. Now during this video you're going to hear Muttley crying a little bit. When I came into the office, I had a cup of coffee on my hand. I turned around and I actually thought to begin with that Muttley had piddled on the floor. So I mopped it up and I thought, it looks like my coffee actually, from the colour of the tissue that I used to mop up the carpet. And I thought it was just me and I spilt my coffee. So when I did the box opening, you can hear Muttley sort of shaking himself. I'd stopped the video and I'd let him out to the toilet, and it'd been raining outside. So a lot of the noise that I thought that was annoying him was just the heavy rain outside. Once we came back in, it started to rain even more heavily. Anyway, when I take all the yarn out of the box and I give the box to Muttley, I thought Muttley was crying because either he thought there was treats in the box, which very disappointed for him, there wasn't. But I really do want to thank Amanda Bose for sending this, because if I hadn't did that video and if I hadn't given Muttley that box, he was ripping the box up. And when I was doing some of the video, I could hear like a tapping noise like this. Now I don't think you can hear it in the video, but that's kind of what it sounded like, this sort of tapping. I've got two hearing aids in and it was really starting, you can hear it sometimes in my voice. I'm kind of looking around and wondering, thinking it's outside. It was pouring with rain. So Muttley started shaking himself again and he was still crying. Well, it turned out that where he was playing with his toys, there was a slate loose in the roof. It must have been dripping down into my attic, and over time it's made the insulation in the attic sodden wet, and it penetrated through the ceiling in this office where I work. Well, it's my spare room, but I call it my office. And this is where I keep my yarn. But where Muttley was playing is where I thought I spilt coffee, or where I thought Muttley had paid. He's shaking himself now, but again it's still raining outside, but he's just getting dried off. It's not as heavy. And the noise that I could hear that sounded like that was water dripping through a hole. A little space had opened up in the ceiling. And it was dripping down onto that cardboard box. Now, if I hadn't heard that dripping onto that cardboard box, which amplified it, I would never have known that there was a hole in the roof, that a slate had moved and the water was getting in. And I'm due to go on holiday, so by the time this video gets uploaded, I'll be on holiday. So if I hadn't heard if Amanda hadn't sent that box and I hadn't given the box to Muttley and he was playing where he was, I would never have known that that was dripping. And we've had some downpours of torrential rain. So I got onto the company that I rent this house from. They came out that day. I'd put a bucket underneath where it was dripping. They put a bucket into the attic, and then to catch the water. And then when the rain let up, they very, very kindly went up onto the roof and replaced the tile that was missing. And He actually said that he thinks it's been dripping for quite a while, and we didn't know because of all the insulation that's up there in the attic. It's about this thick. So by the time all that water had came, and we had some absolute torrential rain over the past few days, and it's forecast to have a lot more torrential rain. So I could have gone on holiday and came home and had half my ceiling down in my office. So for Amanda Bowes sending that box to me of Happy Mail of yarn and book, well, I'm not telling you what's in it, I've just gave the game away what was in it. Anyway, thank you so much, Amanda. You saved me so much hassle. You saved me just, I don't know, untold expense if that ceiling had came down. So the ceiling will get repaired when I come back, but at least the roof's been fixed and it's no longer dripping in. So thanks to Muttley as well for all the crying that he did and his poor little box getting all wet. So anyway, let's go on with the video, and here is that Happy Mail video. So once again, a huge thank you to Amanda Bowes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I got some Happy Mail through the door. Now I got an email from a lovely lady called Amanda Bowes, and she was wishing me a happy birthday, and she said she was away on holiday, so she was sorry that this is a little bit late past my birthday. And my birthday was a few weeks ago, but anyway, she sent this. She said it's not just for my birthday, it is also, she hopes it will be useful for when, that I can make some stuff for my first grandchild that's due in February of 2023. My daughter is going to have a little baby girl, and she said that she hopes that this would come in handy for me. And I've taken the it's quite heavy. I've taken the label from it, and we're going to open it up. Now she did say that I would have to look for a little note, because she popped that in through the side after she sellotaped it up, so it'll be somewhere. And I'm going to open this up, and this is the first Happy Mail I've had for a little while, a few weeks. I'm going to open this up. And we'll get this open, and Muttley's desperate to get the box. We'll see. Oh, there's the note there. There it is. Squished in. Now it says, I hope you find this note. I had to add it after sellotaping the box. Love, Amanda. It says, Alison, a gift for your birthday and your great event of the birth of your first grandchild. I do believe you said it was to be a girl. I hope this small amount of yarn will make a few items for the new impending arrival. Thank you for all your wonderful tutorials and for the time you take to make them. Thank you for sharing them. Yours thankfully, Amanda Bowes. That is lovely. I'll pop that aside. There's nothing in it for you. No. Muttley is waiting for the box so he can play with it. But oh, there's some yarn there, so I need to be careful. Oh, I see glitter yarn there. Get this open. Past my microphone. Just snipping it. There's nothing in it. It's just wool, I think. Oh, look at that. is a beautiful lemon, and there's some white glitter. I'll turn the box kind of sideways if I can. I've got more space if I do it sideways. And oh, just, there is this. I think it just might all fall out. There's Crafty Things double knitting yarn like this. Even though it's got that glitter in it, it's really soft. I've had this before. This is beautiful. It's a double knitting yarn and 100 grams. It tells you to use a UK 4mm crochet hook. It's called White Sparkle, and it's 100%, it's 80% acrylic, and the rest of it is that glittery. Look at that, that is beautiful. I made a blanket just a few weeks ago with the King Cole glitter yarn, and it turned out beautiful. Look at that, that is beautiful. I'll pop that there. There's one, and there's two, and there's three. And there's four. That is beautiful. And then there's lemon, and that is the Crafty Things double knit yarn, 100 grams. It's made in Turkey, 100% acrylic, and this one is lemon, and it's the same hook size. Use a 4. It's really soft. It is really soft, this. It's so soft. It's beautiful. It's not a sparkle one, it's just a normal lemon. That's beautiful. And there's one, there's two, and there's three, and there's four of that lemon. I'll pop that there. It's quite bright outside. It's actually pouring with rain. And oh, look at this. There's two of these by the look of it. It's paint box. Oops. Box is tipping over here. It's Paint Box Simply DK. It's a weight 3 yarn, and so are these. These are double knitting. These are weight 3 if you're in the USA. Now this is colour number 150. I think this is a bubblegum, this colour. Look at that, it's absolutely stunning. That is beautiful. It's a weight 3. It's a double knitting yarn, simply double knitting. And Paint Box is a Lovecrafts, that's their own brand. 100 grams, that's 302 yards or 276 metres. 100% acrylic. Tells you to use a 4mm crochet hook, because that is beautiful. Look how bright that pink is, it's beautiful. Now there is two of this Paint Box. Now this is, it looks kind of peach. This is the ballerina pink. I am positive this is the ballerina pink. This colour number is 152. And I'm sure that's ballerina pink. I love that. It crochets beautiful. Crochets beautiful. It's a double knitting. That's a weight 3 and there's 100 grams in it. They go beautiful together. Look at those together. Oh, that would make a nice blanket if you did, like, I don't know, maybe a square, something with a square and then a square of that and that, like a corner to corner maybe. That is beautiful. Now there is some of this. Oh, my box is going to fall over. We'll tip it there. This is Super Soft Baby Double Knit by James C. Brett. It's 100 grams, 100% acrylic, and the shade is BB8. Now I think that's just a pastel pink. It is beautiful. Look at it with that though. A nice combination of two slightly different shades, wouldn't it? Maybe just if that was a little bit darker. But look at that, that's beautiful. Oh, there's more other ones in there. Now there's that, there's one, and there's two, and there's three of that one. This is fantastic. Big. 3 is plenty to make a pram size blanket. Now I'll get these. This is Aldi's yarn as well, I think. Yep, it's got Aldi on it. I wonder if that one is actually Home Bargains. I think that one might be Home Bargains in the UK. And this is Aldi. This is So Crafts. That one's Crafty Things, and this one is So Crafty. And this is the Aldi one. The colour number is K777. And that's really pretty. Now look at that with that. That is nice, isn't it? That's nice. There's two of those. It's just classed as pink. It's 100 grams. It's a weight 3, 100% acrylic. And that's 300 metres. And that. There's two of those that I can see. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Yeah. There's a couple of books in there. Now, there is some of this. Did I do that one? No, I didn't. Oh, that's like a peach. And that one's a pink. Look at that. This is the super soft baby double knit, and it is really soft, this. It's really soft. It's a James C. Brett. The colour number is BB6 for that one. That is like a baby pink. It's beautiful. James C. Brett yarn's really nice. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this. Oops, that one's caught. Oh, 4. Now, what I'm going to do, there's a book. Oh, look at this. Mabel, Bunny and Co. That is brilliant. Look at all these little bunny rabbits. It's just a book, Muttley. See? Muttley's having a look. Now, hang on. What I'll do is, I'm going to pop that just down there just now, because I'll show you that in a minute. There's another book. What's this one? Beautiful Blankets and Afghans Throws. Oh, that is beautiful. Wait, I'll have a look at that in a minute, because I need... Oh, look at these. Oh, that one's stuck. Oh, I need to peel this one. Oh, I might lose the back of this one. What? The back of that one's stuck to the bottom of the box, so there's sellotape on the bottom of the box. Now we'll take these out, and I'm going to give this box down. Oops. So go and get your bong. Let me have the box. Now what I'll do is I'll move these off to the side a little bit so we can look at those books. I'll fix my camera up. Now there is these. I've tidied up some of the yarn out of the way. Look at these. Now one of them lost its back. It's stuck to the bottom of the box, but that's okay. Look at these. These are to-do books. I've had these before. You get these on Amazon. They're brilliant. You can write a whole list of things and then tick them off as you've done it. I've got one of these already, and these are brilliant, and I've used a lot of it, I'll tell you, because I write down like things that I need to do, maybe like video happy mail, crochet a yoke, do a video on that, and then when I've uploaded it, I tick it, and I put the dates at the side when I'm uploading them, because my channel is at least a few weeks ahead. Now it's went quite dark outside because it's absolutely tipping it down with rain. Now let me see if I can bring the brightness up a little bit on my camera. There we go, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. It's tipping it down. It's been raining for the past 2 days. Now these are fantastic. They're plain on the back, and they're great for even writing down anything that you want. I mean, like, get the kids out to school, make you pack lunch. You can, these are great, and you think you get them all over the place. The one that I got, well, I got mine on Amazon, and, well, that was an Amazon box, so maybe that's where Amanda got these as well. But these are great. That is fantastic. I do use books and like this unbelievable amount of little jotters and things that I use writing things down, so that one, I can remember it because of my age, and two, it's just so that I know that I can tick it off when I've videoed something, when I've edited it, and when I've uploaded it, and what I'm going to make next. And they're also great for writing down what yarns, like the books that my sister had printed as well, because I use a lot of all of that. And let's have a look at these books that she sent. Look at these. Now, I've got one like this, it's similar, and it's the, oh, what's it called? Let me have a look. It's the Edward's Menagerie one. I've got the Edward's Menagerie one. Now, this is by Search Press by Claire Gilder. Mabel Bunny and Co. 15 lovable animals to crochet using chunky yarn. That is brilliant. Now, I do know from some of the books that I've had before that if you use a bigger hook, you'll get a bigger rabbit, or a bigger little whatever that is. I think it's a dragon or something. That little sheep's beautiful. So let's have a little look at this. This is amazing. Oh, Muttley barking. I need to go and see what he's barking at. What are you barking at? So I've tidied some of the yarn away on my shelves. Now this, look at that little polar bear. That's beautiful. Now, even though it says you can use this for, oh, there's a little Clarence the pig. Look at these. Now, I know it says it's for chunky yarn, but I suppose you could use a smaller hook and use double knitting and see what size they come out. That little polar bear's nice. Even though it's a polar bear, I think that'd look really pretty if it was done in pink. The elephant, I always like those. There's a little sheep, a pig, a red panda, a baby bunny, Walter the zebra, look at he's lovely. Trevor the Arctic fox, Doris sloth, TT dragon, Kilda red squirrel, Matilda the koala, Stitch puppy, there's an alpaca, an octopus, and a baby octopus. Oh, I could try the baby octopus. A fox. This is, look at this, look at the size they come out. Now, if you use bigger hooks, you can get bigger ones. These are great. Look at that, dragon's lovely. You don't need to stick to the colours that they've done them. That octopus is really big, isn't it? These are big. I mean, if you see her laying there, they're all quite big and cuddly. They do one of them, that rabbit or something. The fox is nice. Even though it's an Arctic fox, I suppose you can just let your imagination run riot and do them any colour you want. Now it's telling you to use chunky yarns. Tells you how to use, you need stuffing, darning needle, pom-poms if you need them, stitch markers, tells you about hooks, all the things you need. I think the yarn I've used has been quite an expensive yarn. I won't be using an expensive yarn. I've got chunky. I do have some, do you know what? I've got some chunky that is, I think it's Mariner. I've got a really nice Mariner chunky over. I'm just looking over my shoulder here because the yarn I've got are in boxes at the back of me. They're all in my show boxes. This is super. That looks not too bad. It doesn't. It looks quite sort of easy-ish. I need to give it a try. These are brilliant. I should show you how to do a little heart. Look. Isn't that really easy? Look. I have done one of them. It's got it on its bottom there. I like that. That is so pretty. I suppose you could do that zebra and do them in different colours. These are brilliant. The big octopus. Look at that bunny rabbit. That is a big bunny rabbit. And that's not a bunny rabbit, it's a Stitch puppy. It's a dog. Oh, some of them are super bulky or super chunky. Murano yarn's expensive. Well, not all of them, but quite a lot of the Murano yarn that I've seen is always Murano's an expensive yarn. It is in the UK. But I'm sure they would turn out just as nice done in other yarns as well though. That is, oh, the wee koala bear, he's so cute. Oh, look at this, you can search press. Oh, they've got other books, look at these. Oh, they're cool, but I think they're knitted. Knitted golf club covers. Once Upon a Time in Crochet. Pocket Argingam, I can never say that word, Argigamaniums. Rainbow Crochet Blankets, I think I've got that book. I might have that. Knit Yourself Calm. Tiny Christmas Toys to Knit. Colourful Way You bags. Oh, I wonder if they're knitted. To crochet. Oh, I might look for that online. Oh, I think I'll look for that. Crochet Flowers, I think I've got that book. And I've got that one. Oh, very similar. Knitted Rabbits. Interests knitting. Knit Me, Dress Me, Love Me. A lot of it's knitting. But I think I'm going to look for that. That one. Where's the one with the bags? That one. Colourful Way You bags. To crochet. That looks nice, doesn't it? I'm going to look for that. I'll put that down, and when I've finished the video I'm going to look for it. Look at that big octopus, it's really pretty, isn't it? That is a good book. I'll take some more time looking at that. Look at this one. Beautiful Blankets, Afghans and Throws. Right up my street. By Leon Morgan. They've got a little sort of granny square that's done like the log cabin type. That's nice. I might try that. There's lots of granny squares in this by the looks of it. It's really colourful. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I love stitch books. I love stitch books. Oh, look at that. That is so pretty. So pretty. Reversey it's called. Oh, it's done on a back look, so it gives you a look. Oh, I might try that. That's done, I'm sure that's in one of the other books I have, that granny square. And it's done on a back loop so that you get these ridges on it. I've done one like that before, but not on a back loop. That is brilliant. A lot of these stitch books are all very similar. A lot of them, because the stitches are so old, that they're in a lot of the books, and a lot of them when they do the blankets, it's just the way they've put it together. That's pretty. Where they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of staggered baubles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of colour, then 3. These ones are staggered and these ones are on top of each other. That is nice. I've never done a bauble like that. That's a good idea, that. Just to take that section and try it like that, a bauble blanket like that. I might have to go and have a look at that. And use those shades of pink that Amanda sent me. I can use all those shades of pink. That's a good idea. Just not do the rest of it, but do it like that. Do it like a top blanket. Not one to wrap the baby in, but a top one, because I think it will come out quite thick if I do one to go on the top of Amy's pram. Just to decorate the top of the pram. Well, that's really nice, that. I think that's interweave. I've done one like that before. Tapestry. That's nice, I like that. I think what you're doing is you're using so many colours at a time. Granny squares. You're pretty. Oh, I like this one. Granny corner. Corner to corner that's done like a granny square. That's a good idea. Let's try that. I actually don't think it's a corner to corner. I think it's just done, you start with 2 and then you do your next row and they've got that red in between. So it must be a double crochet in a chain of either 2 or 3 and then a double crochet in a chain. Oh, try that in my, oh right. So do you know what, I think I should mark that off. I think we'll try that. Licorice also. Ooh, I love licorice. I love licorice all sorts. I actually love the just natural licorice. There's your log cabin. It is a log cabin one. Look at that. It just shows you how popular log cabin is. It's great for using up all your scrap yarns or your odd balls. There's a granny one with a V-stitch in between, just setting all different stitches. Shows you that you can just make up your own blankets as well, because it's done with so many rows of granny stitch, and then you've got that little cluster one. There's a V-stitch in there as well, and then one that's a chain. You've got normal treble crochets and then more clusters again. So it's easy for you, just use up all your scrap yarn or all those little 50-gram balls. It's so pretty as well though, isn't it? And there we go, you've got your little fan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, then a row of treble crochet, 4 rows of V-stitches, 2 rows of V-stitches, 1, 2, 3 rows of V-stitches, and then 1 of the fan, and then back to your treble crochets. That's cool. You could do that in one colour as well. It doesn't have to be all done in bright colours. Neon frills. I've done frills before. I've done my wriggle blanket as a frill. And you can just use up. That is so pretty, that yarn. It doesn't actually tell you what yarn that is, which is a shame because I like that. That's nice. Oh, do you know what? I think it's done in so many different colours. I don't think it's just one variegated yarn. I've got used all the little scraps to do all those. That's cool. To go looking for something like that if I use that chart. Oh, next door neighbour bringing their little boy home from school. That's nice. I saw that in another book. I've got another book with something similar. All these different colours. This is a good book. I like this. I haven't got this one, but sometimes what you do is when the publishers or the person's got out more than one, you get different variations in the book. That's pretty. I saw that in another book, but it was different. I like that one. These are so pretty. So manageable as well. Got Muttley barking because the neighbours are outside. I think our little boy's dancing around in the rain. She's telling him again. And that's like the tilted granny stitch, that one. It says it's sideways. That's like the tilted granny stitch. I've done that before. But do you know what? I like the way they've done this. It's like they've done the border and then they've put it on to the blanket. That's a good idea to do that, isn't it? Do the border the length you need it and then stitch it on. That's cool. But I have done that pattern before. Not out of this book, but it's in a lot of the stitch books. What's the matter? Are you still wet from being outside? He was outside. I had to stop the video and go and let him out, but it's pouring with rain. That is so pretty. Look at that. That is pretty. I like that. I think the way that's done, you come right down there and go through and pull your stitch up, and it makes that I need to try that with all those colours. But nice and lemon and white. That is so pretty. I'm not so sure about the big loops on it though. I think you would get your fingers up under you wash it. I think they might go a little bit baggy. I don't know, but it's a nice pattern. I like the way it's done in that. You could try it without that. Oh, there's all the edgings as well. Oh, there's that one that they did and sewed on. Do some edgings and then show you how to stitch them onto your blankets. Some of those are pretty. There's that one. You can make that into a full blanket. I think you can make a lot of them into full blankets as well though, if you just carry on the way they've done the pattern. That's so pretty. I like that one. I like that. It's like the little seed stitch that I did just recently as well. This is a good book. Thank you so much for this, Amanda. Look at that. That is so pretty. So nice. Little notes and things on it as well. Tells you how to do a triangle. I like this. Special stitches. That tells you how to do your colour work, to do your patchwork. A lot of tails to sew in though. Got it sewed in there. Everybody hates sewing in tails, don't they? They all hate sewing. I do. Tells you how to block. This is how when people will say my end's curled, how do I fix it? If you get yourself, what you can do is what I did for a long time. I got 2 cardboard boxes and I cut them all out into a 12 by 12 square. And I sellotaped them all together so that they were quite thick. And then what you do is you get your granny square and you make it damp. Put a towel down on top of your cardboard that you've made, your block that you've made with your cardboard. And then you get your pins and you pin out down through the towel and down into your cardboard. You can use polystyrene as well. That's a cheap way. Or if you've got one of those spongy play mats that you like, jigsaw pieces that you can all jigsaw together to make a soft mat, something like that as well. And then you pin your square out so it's nice and neat, and then you leave it to dry, and it dries it out in that nice square that you need. And that's called blocking. But you don't need to buy an expensive blocking kit. Joining edges, all the different ways. That's cool. I like that. Thank you so much for that, Amanda. This is amazing as well. Look at this. Amazing. I've never tried doing any toys. I've done very basic. What I did was I made a square and then I made a little round head and then I just joined little arms onto it. So it was just a square with little legs and little arms, and it just looked like nonsense. But my friend's baby that I gave it to, that was about 2-3 years ago I did that, and I never videoed it, and I should have. And it was like, what she ended up doing was she unpicked the bottom seam of it and she popped in a hot water bottle, and that's what she used it for, and the child ran about with it for a long time as well. My friend's baby. Thank you so much for these, Amanda. Thank you so much. These are so handy, especially, do you know what to do? I'll just need to go through that and write down the page numbers of the things that I want to try in these books, and all the yarn as well. Thank you so much. Brilliant birthday gift as well. Thank you so much for these. I love it. And these are great. I use these all the time. I'm always using jotters and notebooks and things. I've got them everywhere. So thank you very much for this, Amanda, and thank you to everyone for watching. And once again, I'll say it all the time, please subscribe to the channel. If you're taking the time to watch and you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button. It only takes a minute or two. You just follow the simple instructions and you can subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and then you can subscribe to other people's channels as well once you've subscribed to the YouTube. And then if you click on the bell icon, YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting, and once again, Amanda, thank you so much for these. I'm going to take these on holiday with me. Actually, I'm going on holiday in a few weeks. I'm using up all my 60th birthday money, and I'm going to treat myself to a nice summer, not summer holiday, a nice warm place to go. So I'll be doing that soon, and I might do a video from there as well. I did it last year, and I think I might this time, but I'm using my money to go to, I want a little beach holiday with a balcony so I can drink my wine and watch the sunset. I'm going to do that for my 60th. Well, 60, you're only 61, aren't you? I don't know what I'll do when I'm 70. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and once again, please subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon and you'll get a free notification when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.